Hi Libra, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Libra, this is your general reading starting today on the 9th of April, and just for the very near future is what I'm asking for. I call it messages from source. There's just a little bit of an adjustment just for today, because I sort of I knew Easter was coming. I'm well aware of it. Happy Easter, everybody. However, that when Easter comes, it actually comes. So I didn't think about that at all whatsoever when I started to record at the very beginning of the week. And so what I'll do now, and I hope that you're fine with it, I was gonna skip like 4 signs, because long story short, in order for every sign to get something for the rest of the signs that I still haven't done for this week, I decided to just shorten the video a tiny bit and then cut out the extended. And I want to put like the deepening of every message out for every week, but just for this time, this is what I'm gonna do. So I hope you're okay with it. Libra, we had full moon, super moon actually in your sign yesterday on the 8th, which still is really powerful. And you can just feel like the full moon in Libra now starting. And so you can think of it as it started on the 8th of April and it's an ongoing energy until the 8th of May. So it's like a gorgeous energy that you're in right now all by itself. And then I've decided to incorporate today's date, not necessarily so much around the number 9, but the frequency that the 9 is carrying. And 9 for me lately has become, it is speaking about ending. So there might be something in your life that is coming to an end right now. But more and more I've stepped into this feeling of unconditional. There's just, the number 9 speaks about unconditional love, unconditional money, unconditional health. It is just you're unconditional. So whatever that means for you that you're dealing with, it really doesn't matter. What the basis is of that is that however it's looking on the outside, the condition is looking on the outside, you're not affected by it, or you're just sticking so strong to your own energy, your own beliefs, your own happiness, that the outside source, the outside situation, the outside so-called reality does not matter. That's unconditioned. So with that as a basis, that's a beautiful basis for this reading. So let's see specifically what's going on for you, Libra. Libra being all about justice, all about like karma being returned, relationships, all of that. We're in that month now, the full moon, or rather super moon month. So that might be of significance for you guys, for everybody, but definitely for you, since you are the Libra group. There is a dog outside here, and you might want to incorporate that. There's a dog that wants attention. He's been barking for a while, and I thought I'd wait it out, but I just couldn't wait any longer. So I hope it doesn't disturb the message too much. But for me, there's nothing like this is a sign and this is a sign, but barking dogs is not a sign. Like everything for me, you can incorporate in your everyday life as a sign, as a guidance. So maybe a barking dog tells you something. Barking dog that wants attention. They want attention. They don't want to be here alone anymore. Please come get me. Type of energy. That's what I feel. I also incorporate the way of the shuffle into the reading, which is, I actually just saw something here in the first card that has popped out that I've never seen before. It's really cool. I might tell you about it. Like that was just for me. I know the first card popped out fairly easy, but the second and the third seems to be taking a while. So you might be in a situation where you feel like it started, it got going, you feel momentum, you feel like something has picked up, but you're wondering where the rest is. Where is it gonna come? When is it gonna come? It came out like that, so yeah, you're definitely laying the... So full moons, super moons, full moons are speaking about some sort of manifestation. When we reach the full moon, something has manifested or something is about to manifest. And we also had the full moon on the 8th. And the number 8 is also about manifestation, big time manifestation. Bringing, like the figure 8, bringing heaven down to earth, so above, so below. The first card out is number 7. And number 7 for me, I should get some more stories around this because I always use my cake story. But basically, number 7 is all about like you created the world in 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested. That type of energy. But it doesn't mean that like as number 10. Number 10 is all the completion. It's all we're over and done with it. You're not over and done with the earth once you created it. You want to explore it. Okay, so that's number 7. 7 is also all about protection from the angels, protection from your loved ones on the other side. Just really beautiful non-physical protection. I just saw today, which I haven't seen before, that, and don't ask, the program in the computer reverses the images in the cards, and just for the sake of everything else being in balance, I'm going to keep it in for that way for now. So if you're looking at this, it's so 2 pillars. This is such a Libra card. It could also mean that you're dealing with a Gemini somehow, but the justice of it's just such a Libra card. So representative of you. Here it's like we have the blueprint. It's like you found the sketches. You found the sketches, and so here's the idea. So if you look at it very carefully, you see that the first one is just a draft. It's just something you had an idea once, or it's something that is just in the very beginning. It's in the very blueprint of things. And here we have the full idea manifested. It's like you built your house. You took your idea and you made reality of it. And they're equally stable. It's like the idea is equally as stable as the manifested version of it. So for some of you guys, this might mean that you, just as an inspiration or just as a little push or like uplifting message, that go ahead and do it, because the sketch of it, the idea of it really will make so much sense. It really will come to fruition, and you really will benefit from it. It's like, it's such a good idea, it's such a great idea. Go ahead and do it, whatever you're thinking about. For some of you guys, this is already a reality. You've already manifested it. It looks like this, but there's something about, remember where you started. Like, you started with just a little sketch, and see how far you come. So it's almost like we're using this very grand analogy, but it's like, okay, we created the earth in 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested. So it's like we had this as a energy form first. It was like an idea first, and now we put it into place. And now it's like, because the seasons are moving through here, can you see that? It's like, I don't know if this is supposed to represent winter time, and this probably then springtime, and then fall, but then summer. It doesn't make sense. Winter, spring, summer. Maybe we don't see fall. Anyway, I just feel like there's the seasons moving through. It's standing tall. It's lasting. It's a long-lasting thing. So if this is an idea, if this is an idea, it is an idea. But if it's an idea for a project, for a relationship, for a business, for having a baby. I mean, whatever it is, the talent that you want to pursue, something like that, it is a long lasting. It's something that is it's something major, and it might have taken seasons to have it be made or have it be done. Or if this is sort of you giving up halfway through, this is such a confirmation not to just continue, because you will have it will just be such a fulfilling experience and fulfilling result. And on the bottom is this patience and planning. So you're just being asked right now to just continue to do what you're doing. It's like they want to show you, okay, here we have the idea, but here's the full manifested version. So if you're giving up on love, if you're giving up on a project, if you're giving up on a business, don't. It really is showing you that you can do it, you can pull it off. In a godlike manner, on the seventh day you rested because you build a freaking new earth. And there's something about building a new foundation for yourself. There's a brand new foundation here with a red border. And so this dog. And so there's something about you understanding that in going through with this, it will bring you something brand new to stand on. It's like a stable ground to stand on. And it's 2 pillars. So it's like really, really stable. It's also something about, it's so interesting because you are the Libra. But it's so interesting because it speaks about justice for you. Justice for, you are the justifier. Not that because when we want to justify stuff, it feels like it's a bit of a negative ring. But if you think of it as a justifier, your justice personated. There's something about when justice is being served to the Libra, the heavens are singing. It's like, I don't know what to compare it to, because Libra maybe is the strongest sign that speaks so. If there's compatibility is what it's called. Compatibility between you and another partner. If there's balance in your bank account, if there's equal in and out of energy, like that is just music to your ears. It brings healing for everybody to be in a balanced position, but it's like there's something for Libra that when everything is in balance, you are so content. And it's coming in if you just keep going. And once it's here, you can trust this over and over, like seasons. It's like once it's here, you have a new foundation to stand on. If it's a relationship that you want, once it's here, is that type that, you know, it's going to last forever. Or if it's a house that you're building, you're gonna live in it forever. Or if it's a business that you're building, it's gonna be a long-lasting business. Something around those lines. And then we move on to this number 4, which I love. Number 4 is all about the heart and foundation. So we have a strong foundation going here. The green border is talking about the total love of self, like the union between you and higher self, source. The love between those two. And there's something about you being, it says discontent and boredom on the bottom. And I feel like this is you just being a bit impatient. You're all dressed in purple, different nuances of purple, which for me speaks about you're on a very spiritual journey. You understand the whole thought form leading to things, to not just want something and then you have to work your ass off, and when you worked your ass off you get some monies and you go and buy the thing. You understand the creative process, you understand the law of attraction, you understand how it all works. And so you're coming from a very spiritual standpoint, a very spiritual perspective, and so you get it. But there's in the midst of being able to move on with this thing, or can I please just have it, or can we please just have some movement in it? I would be so ever grateful. And then I want you to see this, because if you're just now maybe meditating a bit, or maybe look up and see what's around you and sort of snap out of it a bit, you're gonna see that the whole freaking rainbow is actually wanting to play. It's all these nuances, like all these different types of energy. It usually speaks about how the energy centers in your body is all in alignment, which I feel like they are, because you're all dressed in purple. But there's something about it's not a major issue here. It really isn't a major issue. It might even just be an afternoon and you feel a bit off, and then come tomorrow and it's all good. It's just that when you're in this type of energy, like, so it's almost like you're in this energy whirlwind. Like when people go to these energy points, so like energy spots all over the world, there's places, whatever those are called in English, but there's places where you can go and it's like extra strong energy in certain places, and you can go there and visit and stand on them or sit on them and really feel the difference, like in the energy. But the thing is that, yes, it's going to amplify your own energy system, but if you're in resistance, so if, for instance, if you're going to one of those energy spots where the energy, where the vibration of the energy is really, really significantly higher than maybe to the rest of the surrounding, and you have a headache and you're standing on that sort of whirlwind of energy, what happens if you don't let go of if you don't enjoy the viewings, if you don't feel very light or enlightened or in a good mood, like in a flow, but rather in the resistance, what happens when you just add a whole bunch of more energy to that is that if you're having already a headache, that people think, if I have a headache and I go stand on these awesome energy forms, places, spots, I'm gonna get rid of my headache. That is not true. You're actually going to magnify it, because if you're just adding on energy to something that you don't let go of, it's just going to become even stronger. And for Libra, being in this full moon cycle now, in Libra, that enhances everything for you. So make the best of it. Like, go meditate so you can put yourself in the flow and really harness what's going on around you now. Harness. And sort of do the best you can to get out of any type of resistance, because once you get into the flow, you don't only get into your normal flow, then when you're in flow and that extra increase of energy is there, it just skyrockets you. So it's really a good thing to sort of tune into yourself again and find yourself again. And then we have a second, number 7. So we have 77 here. So it's a strong emphasis on the fact that you're protected, that the angels are with you, that the loved ones on the other side are really here to help right now, and that you're working. It says crown chakra on the bottom. So you're truly, it makes sense because you're all dressed in purple here. So you're you're really working on your spiritual self right now, coming from a very spiritual perspective right now. And you, with the number 7 there, you're being asked to really understand that all is made, all is well, and all has already been created the way that you want it to, energy-wise. And if you just now lighten up a tiny bit, like I said, it doesn't feel heavy. I don't feel like you're depressed or anything. It feels like you have so much good going. So when it doesn't, like in an instant, when you don't see the results of it, or when you don't see, and then maybe you would argue and say, well, I haven't seen any progress in 2 months. That's still in an instant, universe-wise. So if you just sort of relax a bit and understand that it has already been made, it's already done, it's a crown chakra situation, you will start to see the inflow of this, and you will start to feel so much better. Okay? That's what I have for you this week. I hope that helps and uplifts you guys. Go meditate and drink some water and you'll be right back on track. Happy Easter, everybody. And I hope to see you back next week for your normalcy again, for your love reading. Take care. Bye.